Well, hello there, tankers of the Blitz universe. I'm Flossie, and today I will be reviewing the Kran, the hull down king of tier 10. This tank is absolutely incredible, and it's such a blast to play. I will get into the playstyle in a little bit, but first, let's break into the tank's stats as I always do. And let's get into the gun first when my computer loads. There we are. So the tank deals 400 damage on its standard shells, 340 on the premium, and 515 on the HE. So some pretty decent alpha damage, especially for a tank that has an auto-reloading gun. Yes, this tank has 3 shells, and it's an auto-reloader, which I will get into in a little bit. Its penetration is also really nice. It has 266 standard pen, 363 heat pen, which is great, and 66 pen on the HE. So you're not really going to have too much trouble penning your opponents. And overall, for a hull down tank, it's really nice having a lot of pen. Speaking of hull down, this tank does have 9 degrees of gun depression, which means you can work most ridge lines. And yeah, a lot of hilly terrain is really going to help you use this tank effectively. In terms of the tank's accuracy, this tank has 4.2 seconds of aim time with a dispersion of 0.330. So overall, the gun's pretty accurate. Its dispersion can be a little bit troll though. You'll find sometimes you're gonna like dump a couple shells and maybe 1 out of the 3 will miss just because it's RNG. What are you going to do about it? And you can see here, the DPM is not all that great. However, this is an auto reloader, so DPM doesn't really matter. I, of course, am using calibrated shells as well, so I don't recommend you guys use vents whatsoever. Do not use vents on this tank. Use calibrated shells because you want to get the most out of your heat pen, especially in a hull down tank where you're going to be fighting other hull down tanks. Now, as I was saying, the auto reloader, you can see here, shell number 1 is going to take the longest to reload, and every shell afterwards is going to be it's going to be slightly quicker to reload. So you can see shell 2 is 8 seconds, and then shell 3 is like 7.5 seconds. So basically, you want to... it's kind of weird. Sometimes I'll say just dump all your shells and fire single shot if you have the shots. But sometimes it's more beneficial to like just reload your clip once again. But I'll get more into this a little bit later. Let's take a look at the tank's mobility though. So it goes 34 forward and 18 in reverse, and that reverse speed is excellent. I'm so glad this tank has good reverse speed, because if it didn't, it would be a pain in the ass to use. And 34 forward speed is actually not bad. Its power to weight is pretty mid though. It's going to take a little bit to get up to your top speed if you're not using the super speed boost. But yeah, speaking of the super speed boost, you do have the 2 options here. You can either use reticle cal or super speed boost, or both technically, but I like to have double repair kit because this tank does get tracked a lot by people. So I personally just use speed boost and 2 repair kits because speed boost is very helpful, especially if you're going to be backing out of situations or getting into your frontline position, hull down quickly. This improved engine power boost is amazing. The tank also does have, I don't know why I clicked on the shells there, but this tank does have enhanced sandbag armor as well as sandbag armor, so you can get up to a lot of HP here. You can see I'm only using one of the 2 because I like having food and fuel as well as sandbags, so my HP is sitting just over 2600, which is still very, very nice. The tank did used to have, I believe it had more HP than this at one point, but I don't know, maybe they nerfed it, I can't remember. But anyways, stats overall are very, very nice. Now let's take a look at the tank's armor profile. And you can see here, yeah, that turret is a literal tomato. This tank's armor profile is amazing. So, of course, we are using the IS-4 with calibrated shells shooting at this thing. And you can see here, the main weak spot is the upper and lower plate. They're pretty weak. On flat ground at least. So you can see here, it's only like 217 thick, so most mediums and lights and heavies, like pretty much everyone can pen you with standard ammo if you're showing your hull. So you really want to hide your hull, especially on the sides and rear. The sides are only 80 thick, so people can HE splash you and pen you a lot on the sides of the hull, as well as the sides of the turret. They're only 72, so you can see there. Don't show your rear or sides because you will get HE spammed, and it's pretty bad, actually. You can see here, while using your hull down capabilities, however, this tank is very, very difficult to pen. You can see here, even while loading premium shells, the armor is like 440 thick on the turret. Like, only a Ho-Re is going to be getting through that, and barely. The Ho-Re can barely get through the turret, but it's crazy how much armor this thing has. Even the upper plate becomes impervious. You can see here, like 420 thick. This little bar here doesn't really get penned. I know it shows it as a weak spot there, but like, bro, it's still 347 thick, 288. It's very troll, and no one's really going to be shooting at this. The main thing people will shoot at while you're hull down is your hatches, if you do show them. Now, because the Kran does have an oscillating turret, you can, in fact, hide the hatches just by raising your gun. But, yeah, I mean, if you are staring at your opponents, then they do have the opportunity to either hit the hatches, or if you're aiming too far down, they can actually see the roof of your turret, which is quite weak compared to everything else. So, yeah, people will try and aim at your hatches, so your best bet is to just kind of raise your gun in the air if you see people shooting at you and block that ability for them to actually hit those. So yeah, overall, keep this tank hull down, and you can see the armor profile will work like a charm. Anyways, let's get into some live gameplay. Now, how should you play the Kran? As I said in my armor review, just play it hull down, and you're going to be chilling. Use the auto-reloading gun to your advantage. Auto-reloading guns are fantastic if you use them correctly, and they're pretty bad if you don't. So basically, what you want to do is you want to fire all 3 shells, obviously, and try and pen them. And then after that, if you have shells available, or if you can see opponents and you are able to get shells into them for free, then, I mean, there's no real problem with shooting this thing as a single shot if you see your opponents and you are able to get free shells into them. However, I personally recommend, even if that's the case, sometimes I still like to reload my whole clip, or at least get 2 shells reloaded, because you're just obviously going to get more damage out the more shells you reload. So it's always best to keep in the back of your mind that you want to reload your full clip. But if that's not a possibility, or if there are a ton of free shots that are, like, people are just sitting in the open and they're giving you free shots, then shooting it as a single shot won't be terrible. Now, we're on to Molendyke for our first battle, and of course, I'm going to head to the main hull down spot on this map, which is, of course, the mid-hill here. And we're going to see what we can do. There are other hull down tanks like that STB on the enemy team, which are going to be a bit of an issue if they actually get into the right position, because it's very tricky to deal with an STB. And it looks like a lot of their team is actually going medium side, because, of course, they do have a 215B, a Leopard, a 263. So yeah, all those tanks look like they could easily go medium side. So I do have to watch out for that. And looks like my team's super split, which is not good at all. I don't want my team to be split like this, because you do need cover fire in the Kran. When you are on reload, your DPM is pretty bad. So, like, yeah, you kind of need teammates to support you, even if you are a king when you are hull down. Still, people will rush you if they see an opportunity to, because they know, a lot of people know that this tank has bad DPM. So, yeah, getting rushed in this tank is no bueno. Alright, we'll see what we can do. I don't know why our Sheridan kind of just died instantly or YOLO'd that, but yeah, we'll see what we can do here. Try to get a hatch shell into the STB there. And they do have an E3 as well, which is going to be a pain to deal with. And honestly, I think we're going to lose this game. This is not looking like a win. So I'm going to try and get out as many shells as I can here. We'll try and get our pen into the 263 there. At least we penned one of those 2. And at this point, yeah, we're not going to be doing much damage this game. This is a fat L because our team was just YOLOing and dying. But you can see here, I am going to use this thing like a single shot because, of course, I do have the flat side of the 215B that I can get a free shell into, so why not? And at this point, 215B gets nuked, which is quite nice. I am worried about the tanks behind me. So if this E3 does shoot at someone else, or does, yeah, HE splash me, I'm going to move over to the other side of this hill because I don't want to deal with that 263 on my rear. And yeah. You know what? STB's probably going to get nuked here, which is very nice indeed. And their E3 is not really paying attention to me. Oh boy, that 183 though. Why is the 183 there? Well, I'm going to nuke him anyways. So, yeah, because I don't like 183s. There goes most of your HP. That's very nice indeed. I am going to pull forward so that E3 doesn't shoot me, but we do also have the STB that I have to worry about. Oh boy. This is not going to be very fun at all. And I know for a fact that BZ can nuke me very easily because he does have a lot of pen. So we'll see what we can do here. And yeah, I'm going to try and kill this STB. However, I'm probably going to get nuked by that WZ for it. Let's see. Right, we do high roll him. That's good for us. However, it's not going to matter. We do have an E3 on our side, and I'm going to die to him. So, I mean, first game, that was an L team, I will say. Not much else to say about that. Literally had Juan Pablo Gonzalez AFK in spawn, as well as the rest of our team. doing literally nothing but YOLO, and they just died instantly. Well, that was obviously a bad game for my team, at least. I did okay. But yeah, you can see there, even while using the tank as a single shot, it's not terrible. Like, you can still get out a decent amount of damage. It's just, ideally, you want to load your full clip. But again, because it's an auto reloader, it doesn't really matter if you dump a shell and play it like single shot tank for a little bit. You can see there, we did 2,700 damage, and holy cow, bro. 3 zeros on our team. Don't know what I was supposed to do in that game. I literally did the best I could, and that's it. Let's see if game number 2 will go any better than that, because that was awful. Anyways, we'll see what we can do. We're on Faust, which can have good hull down spots, but it really depends on which side of the map our team decides to play. So hopefully they go left, but if they don't, we're gonna be okay. I mean, there's hull down spots on either side of the map. It's just I prefer going left because then I can take control of the medium corner there, which is always very nice. So, what do we have against us? We have a 4005, which is kind of annoying. We have a Minnow, which is very annoying because he will probably also go corner and counter me. And we have an AFK Sheridan on our team. Oh boy. Oh boy. What's up with AFK players today, guys? Like, what is this? What? So many AFK players. Alright, well, STB's not going to be able to pen me from there, so yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to YOLO the corner because I don't want their team getting a free control of this corner, and the Kran's hull down capabilities will be perfect for this situation. Also, their 4005 is sitting in the open, so if I can get a free shell into him before he backs up, I will do so. Wow, I don't know how that hit his gun, but okay, cool stuff there, game. Let's see what we can do. At least we scared their STB out of the corner. VK blocks my shell, which is whatever. I mean, he didn't really know I was trying to aim at the guy. We at least get our second shell into him, and we can get one into the Sheridan. That one low rolls, though, which kind of sucks. And our VK's already dead. Bro YOLO'd like a monkey. Oh, well, indeed. Let's see if I can at least get a shell into this 4005. He's going to hit me once, but I don't really care. That one low rolled, even though he does have Spall, that still low rolled him like crazy. So yeah, so far, at least it looks like we're going to be winning this game. Their team is just straight up doing worse than mine. And there's not a whole lot they can do about that because I have corner control and our team is slowly killing their mediums. So I'm going to push up aggressive because, of course, I don't want their team to easily kill this Progetto and, bro, the Chieftain. You know what? This might actually not be a win. Now that I look at it, this is looking a bit sus because their Chieftain's full HP. Their Minnow is basically full HP. Sheridan is a one-shot, and I am going to kill him. But, like, bro, actually, this is not looking like a win. I'm gonna be honest right now. This was looking okay at the beginning there, but now it's just not looking good at all. And this STB's basically going to have free farm on me if I show him my lower plate. So obviously I'm going to avoid that. However, he does get shot at, which is amazing for us. Should be able to kill him off in just a second here. I'm not going to worry about wasting DPM by not reloading 2 shells there. I just want to get that guy out of the game. And their Minnow is kind of far away. So right now their Chieftain's by himself, which is good. However, because this Minnow is going to be more dangerous in the long run, I am going to go for him because that clip can literally destroy me. So I don't really care about the Chieftain right now. I'm more worried about this Minnow. Let's wait till he shoots a couple shells here. Hopefully he shoots another one. We're going to wait till our clip's reloaded, and that one misses. Crazy stuff. Or bounces. And, yeah, at least we do pen him once. We will be able to kill him with our last shell there. Excellent stuff. And all that's left is the Chieftain. So this was looking a bit sus, but we were able to pull it back and get a victory because, of course, we were able to support the team. And once that STB got nuked, it was kind of game over for them. That STB, if he had stayed alive, it would have been a lot more annoying for me to deal with. However, you can see here, I'm just going to load 2 because I know that this Chieftain's going to die if I try and reload my whole clip. And we do get a nice HE into him, bringing us up to 3,500 damage. So you can see here, again, you don't need to reload the full clip every single time in this tank. It really depends on the situation you are in. Sometimes I like to reload the full clip. Sometimes I like to load 2. Sometimes I like to play it single shot, as I've said. So yeah, the Kran, it's a very flexible tank for that reason. And there's many different ways you can play it in terms of how you want to shoot the gun. in terms of how you actually want to play the tank, there's like one way you want to play it. It's hull down. That's what I meant by that. But let's get into game number 3 and see how we do. Hopefully we can win 2 out of the 3 battles in today's video, but you never know, and we will find out in just a moment. What map are we going to be on today? Oh yeah, Dynasty's Pearl. Okay. So, another map where it really depends on where the team goes. I mean, there are hull down spots on heavy side in this map, but it's kind of, they're fewer and far between. I would much rather if our team went medium side. So hopefully they do. We do have a Sheridan and a couple of TDs that could go medium side and a concept. So I'm really hoping that we do go medium side. Okay, what is this Sheridan doing, bro? Oy. I was really thinking that guy was about to troll me there for a second. I was actually gonna get really mad, dude. Luckily, he didn't. He was just being an ape. I don't know what else to say. Anyways, let's make our way towards mid here. Their 62A is putting himself in a pretty bad spot. I'm not gonna lie. He should be flanking wide, but he's not. So we will be able to destroy him if he gives us shells, because we do have enough heat pen to cut through his turret. So we'll see what we can do. They do also have another 4005. Wow, people are using the 4005 like crazy today. See if I can get any shells into maybe this Yag here. There we go. That one low rolls. Bro, I don't know what's up with my rolls today, but they are rolling low, my shells. Let's see if I can get a shell into this Leopard. Gun trolls me there, and I do get hit for 500, probably from the Ho-Ri on my side. Don't know why the Ho-Ri went mid, but he did, so now I have to be careful of that. So I'm going to position myself in a way that Ho-Ri can't shoot me, and I should be able to still shoot this Leopard here in just a second. Let's see. Oh, I also don't want to get shot at by that 4005. Let's see if I can get a shell into him. I don't really care about loading HE to shoot him because I just want to guarantee a pen. And yeah, we do get shot at by the 62A, but it's okay. And their Leopard's getting nuked, so that's all I really care about. Once that Leopard's out of the game, it's going to be so much easier for our team to actually push up on that side. We do get another low roll onto the 4005, which sucks, but oh well. It looks like we're going to be winning this game, so that's the good part. Their Ho-Ri is in the base cap now, if I had to take a wild guess. What makes me say that? I wonder. So yeah, we're going to not worry about him right now. He shouldn't be able to shoot me. And you can see we do get a nice shell into that Yag, and we're able to get a nice heat shell into the BZ. However, he does pen me for a lot of damage there, 700, so that's not very nice. But it is what it is. Hopefully the Ho-Ri shoots the concept. There we go. And now I'm going to push around the side of this BZ, and I will try and finish him off here. Let's get a HE shell when I do load my clip into him, finishing him off. And all that's left are 4 tanks. So far, we're going to be doing a decent amount of damage once I do get my clip out. So I'm going to reload all 3 shells because, of course, I do want to get the max amount of damage I can out in the shortest amount of time. So we're going to hit... Oh my god, bro. Bounce the 62A's side there. I really don't want to deal with him. He's like no HP. Bruh. That was unfortunate. And our ammo rack is damaged, so yeah, I do have to be careful. I'm also a one-shot to this Ho-Ri, and yeah, I don't want him killing me. Well, I was expecting to do a decent amount of damage this game, but because those shells kind of trolled me, yeah, we're gonna not be doing as much damage this game as I once thought. However, luckily, our team doesn't nuke the Ho-Ri too much, so I actually do get 2 more out, which is great. But yeah, that end there, it was a little bit sad because that shell on the 62A's side just kind of went nowhere. Unfortunate. I could have aimed it in technically, but whatever. At least we still do over 3k. We do 3146, which is not terrible. You can see the Kran's amazing when it is hull down. But the only issue is, really, if you're facing multiple opponents, the sides of your turret are pretty weak, so you do have to watch out for that, because people are able to pen you even if you angle your turret slightly. But, yeah, overall, Kran's a great tank. The whole line is great, actually. The Emil 1's fantastic, the Emil 2's fantastic, and the Kran is fantastic. So if you like hull-down gameplay-style vehicles, I recommend you get the Kran. It's super, super fun, and it's really, really strong as well. Anyways, for any of you out there who are not yet subscribed to the channel, I highly recommend you do so, as it's a fantastic way to support my content, as well as stay up to date when I post videos almost daily. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.